All of the arguments we've heard today are technical arguments about why we can't possibly do this. But the victims and the survivors of sexual assault have been walking this Congress for more than a year, asking that we do something to protect them, to give them a hope for justice. And it's not whether anyone in this chamber trusts the chain of command. The people who do not trust the chain of command are the victims. Even General Amos has admitted that. He said the reason why a female Marine does not come forward is because she does not trust the chain of command. That breach of trust, that fundamental breach of trust, has been broken for victims of sexual assault. Listen to the victims. Retired Marine Lance Corporal Jeremiah Arbogast. He was drugged. He was raped. He got his perpetrator to tell what happened on tape, went through trial. His perpetrator got no jail time. He saw no justice for him, and he said, "I joined the Marines in order to serve my country as an honorable man. Instead, I was thrown away like a piece of garbage." He attempted suicide, severed his spine, survived, and now advocates for this measure from a wheelchair. That is the stories, Madam President, that we are hearing from victims over and over again. Sarah Plummer, U.S. Marine Corps, who said, having someone within your direct chain of command handling this case, it doesn't make sense. It's like being raped by your brother and your father deciding the case. That is the view and the perception of the survivors. I want to focus us where this needs to be. This is not an opportunity to congratulate ourselves on the great reforms we've done. All of the reforms we've passed to date are meaningful and useful, but this problem isn't even close to being solved. Under the best case scenario, 2 out of 10 cases are being reported today. So let's refocus on what's actually happening in our military today. Let's focus on what Airman Jessica Himes, U.S. Air Force veteran, who said, 2 days before the court hearing, his commander called me at a conference at the JAG office and said he didn't believe that my perpetrator acted like a gentleman, but there wasn't a reason to prosecute. She was speechless. She'd been promised a court hearing, and she was told 2 days before the commander had stopped it. Trina McDonald, U.S. Navy veteran, who said, at one point my attackers threw me into the Bering Sea and left me for dead in the hopes that I would be silenced forever. They made it very clear that they would kill me if I ever spoke up or reported what had been done. She did not report these attacks. Quote, the people that were involved in my assaults were police personnel, security personnel, higher-ranking officers, the people I would have to go to report. Last but not least, Lieutenant Ariana Clay, U.S. Marine Corps, who was broken into by 2 colleagues, raped brutally, ultimately reported, attempted suicide, her perpetrator convicted, and convicted of what? Not breaking and entering, not rape, calling her a slut. Quote, the thing that makes me most angry is not even the rape itself. It's the commanders that were complicit in covering up everything that happened.